Right guys, welcome to a brand new video on this World Cup team preview series. Since today's Friday, I decided why not wear this a little bit formal, and we'll talk about Denmark in this episode. So if you like to watch and see these World Cup team previews, why not hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of these World Cup team preview series that are coming up on this channel. And obviously, without further ado, let's get on with the preview video. So Denmark are part of the UEFA/Europe Confederation, so they obviously compete in Europe when it comes to World Cup qualifying and obviously compete in the Euros. Speaking of the Euros, the nickname of the team is Danish Dynamite, probably one of the coolest names I've seen from any national team. And the reason for this name of Danish Dynamite was from a part of a lyric in a song from Denmark's Euro 1984 appearance, in which Denmark actually made it to the semi-final, and part of the song had something to do with Danish Dynamite. That was like a lyric in the song, so that's how they got the nickname Danish Dynamite. And a fun fact for you, Denmark's biggest win and their biggest losses came just 10 days apart from each other in the World Cup. So in 1986, in their very first ever World Cup appearance, Denmark recorded their biggest win at a World Cup and their biggest loss at the World Cup. So Denmark, in only their second game, beat Uruguay 6-1. So that was one of the biggest wins for Denmark at a World Cup, and probably one of the biggest wins at any given World Cup. However, they also suffered just 10 days later a very big loss in the round 16 against Spain. They lost that match 5-1, so they lost very heavily indeed. So hopefully they don't suffer that fate in terms of losing heavily. And the World Cups that Denmark have appeared in, they have appeared in 5 previous World Cups. They've obviously first made it in 1986, and then in 1998, 2002, 2010, and most recently in 2018. So once again, this will be their second consecutive World Cup appearance, the 6th World Cup. And actually, they have made it, except for one World Cup in 2010, Denmark have reached the knockout stage of every World Cup that they have appeared in. So Denmark competed in Group F of World Cup qualifying, in which they were in a group with Scotland, Israel, Austria, Faroe Islands, which is actually part of Denmark, and Moldova. And Denmark came out guns blazing, and they were the 3rd team overall in the whole World Cup to actually qualify for the World Cup. They won 9 consecutive qualifying matches until the final qualifying match, in which they lost to Scotland. But by that time, they were already qualified for the World Cup way before that. So Denmark obviously had a very good campaign by their standards. The second best overall record in Europe in terms of World Cup qualifying. So obviously that guarantees them a spot at this upcoming World Cup. So the head coach or the manager of this Denmark national team is Kasper Jungbladt, and he got into the national team. He was a manager of the team for a couple of years already, and has built such a great core of players of experience and some young talent as well. Some of the star players that Denmark have are obviously Christian Eriksen, who thankfully we get to hopefully see at this World Cup after his cardiac arrest. But now he has returned and will probably be one of Denmark's best players heading into and will be at this World Cup. Alongside Christian Eriksen, there's also the captain Simon Kjær, the goalkeeper Kasper Schmeichel, and a few other players such as the GOAT himself, Martin Braithwaite, and Pierre-Emil Højbjerg as well, and a few other players in this Denmark team that make up this such cohesive and talented squad tick. And so with that, Denmark's formation and tactics heading into this World Cup are as follows. Well, Denmark actually play with a 3-4-2-1 formation, but in defense they kind of like a 5-3 or 5-4-1 formation, in which they have 3 center backs basically and the wing backs, mostly are the ones that bumming down forward down the flank. You'll probably know one of them, Joachim Mæhle, who is one of their surprising star players at Euro 2020. Now, some of the strengths of this Denmark team is the squad cohesion. I think this is go without saying of just how cohesive and together this national team is, especially after the events of Eriksen's cardiac arrest about 15 so months ago. However, now with Christian Eriksen back in the team, there is a lot more emphasis in hopefully going a step further than they have ever done at a World Cup. The best performance was a quarterfinal one. So hopefully now Denmark will push forward, and with their squad cohesion, they can really push forward for at least a semi-final one at this World Cup. And another thing to look out for this Denmark team is their attacking potency, which they have scored a lot of goals throughout World Cup qualifying, and alongside that they keep on banging in a lot of goals that hopefully will send them forward in this World Cup. So do expect Denmark to be probably one of the highest scoring teams at this World Cup. However, there are some weaknesses, just like any team. There are some weaknesses with this team. One is a lack of a midfield protection. Now, in terms of how they play, you'll only have 2 pivots basically in the midfield that aren't the best, and they're not as attacking. So in a way, Denmark play in a 3-2-4-1 formation when they try to attack the ball, and that might leave those 2 center midfielders a bit exposed as well, as they are not really that attacking wise. And so it might come with a little bit of a difficult phase for Denmark when they are in that transition. And another weakness of this team is their defensive mobility. The defense isn't really the best in terms of how they operate. They are in a way 3 different type of center backs. Obviously, they are good center backs, but they're not as good as some of the other teams at the World Cup. And so, for them to play a 3 center back formation is a bit useful for them, but it may have to come a time where they may want to push one of those center backs into one of those other attacking players if they really need to attack the ball. And so that's one of the strengths and weaknesses of this Denmark team. And who they play against? Let's find out. So Denmark are in Group D of this World Cup, in which they are in a group containing Tunisia, France and Australia. Coincidentally, France and Australia were in Denmark's group in the last World Cup, and obviously Denmark progressed from that group that also had Peru as well. And so Denmark will begin their campaign on Tuesday, the 22nd of November, 4 p.m. local time, where they come up against the North African side, Tunisia. And then on Saturday, the 26th of November at 7 p.m. local time, they will be up against the world champions, the defending champions, France. And actually, they play France in the September friendlies, or it's not really friendlies, the Nations League, in which maybe we'll kind of get to know how Denmark play in that as well. They did beat France just a few months ago in the Nations League, so that would be a good watch, that Denmark v France game on Saturday, the 26th of November. And they wrap up their group campaign on Wednesday, the 30th of November, 6 p.m. local time, when they come up against Australia. And so, with this sort of squad that Denmark have, it is kind of expected that Denmark make it out of this group. And will they do it? Well, time will tell. So that's it for the team preview series for the episode for Denmark. And if you like these sort of videos, why not hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and also ring the notification bell so that you don't miss any of these World Cup team preview updates that are coming out over the next couple of weeks and months ahead as we get into the World Cup very, very soon. And the next episode, which will be on the 26th of September, on Monday, we will be talking about Ecuador, another South American team that are going to be featured in that episode as well. Obviously, episodes come out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays leading up to the World Cup. And so, with that, I'll see you guys in the next one.